I hear you want to be a cosmetologist in 2025, and honestly, that is great news. I know what you're thinking. The cost, the time commitment, the job market, it's hard. There are a bajillion different reasons why you probably are trying to talk yourself out of it, or maybe you have talked yourself out of it for years. You are not too old. It is never too late to start, to change your life, and to have a rewarding and dynamic career. Turning that dream into a successful career takes planning. In this video, we're going to break down the 4 key steps from that initial spark to your first year in the salon. Let's get into this video, grab your beverage, get cozy, and let's plan your new career. For step 1, I feel like this is the most overlooked, the most common thing that people who are trying to decide if cosmetology school is right for them, that they don't do. Step 1 is going to be about self-reflection. Is cosmetology truly the right path for you? The first thing that I want you to self-reflect on, whether that's journaling, just meditating, or asking yourself, is this my passion? Do you enjoy working with people and making them feel good about themselves? Do you have an artistic eye? And do you have a desire to express your creativity through your work? Strong communication skills are incredibly essential for this job. From understanding client needs to building a rapport, communication is something that honestly a lot of people aren't good at. But this is something that people can learn and grow over time and become better at, as long as they are willing themselves to become a better communicator. The next thing that I would ask myself is, do I have the physical stamina to be standing up all day? Cosmetology can be really physically demanding, requiring long hours on your feet, bending over backwards, lifting heavy things. And are you prepared for that? Do you have a chronic illness? Is this something that you can physically do? And if it isn't something that you can physically do, are there accommodations that can be made that can allow you to do this job? And the last thing I want you to reflect over is your business mindset. Even as a stylist in a commission salon, you are still running your own business. Are you comfortable self-promoting? You are everything that it takes to run a small business in one person. So it's going to take a lot of you to go to classes, to network, to find new ways that you can learn and grow skills that you maybe have or that you don't have that you need. This business is so interesting because it really opens doors for a lot of things. So having the ability to have a business mindset and the ability to learn and adapt, if you don't have a certain skill set, can you learn and grow it? Step number 2 is going to be researching cosmetology schools. Finding the right cosmetology school is a crucial step. You really, really, really need to find the one that is your tribe, is your vibe, speaks to your soul, that you're going to enjoy being there every single day. Because let me tell you, when you're in the trenches and you are just a few hundred hours away from graduating, you're gonna get senioritis. It makes it so much easier when you are going to a school that you love. When researching cosmetology schools, you want to look and see if they are accredited. Accreditation is going to ensure that the school has actual valid curriculum, that they are providing you with what they say they are providing you. Looking at the curriculum, if you are someone who wants to do just nails or just skin or just hair, you can get a specialized curriculum. You can get a specialized program. Oftentimes when it is specialized like that, whether it's nails or skin, it is going to be less hours than if you were doing the whole cosmetology, which is like the umbrella of the industry. If you are interested in something specifically, I know I talk to a lot of my students who they start cosmetology school and they really, really, really want to do nails, or they really want to do skin, and they're not super interested in doing hair. And I always tell them it's really good that you are getting your cosmetology license so you have the ability to do whatever you want to do, because what you want to do now may not necessarily be what you want to do 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. You are young. Even if you are not young, you are young in your career. So it's okay to not know what you want to do right now. And like I said, it is slightly more hours to get your cosmetology license rather than like a specialized nails or esthetician license. But honestly, it is so much worth it if you can swing it financially, you can swing the time frame, the time commitment, because your options are way more open. And if you want to move to a different state or you want to move somewhere that has different hour qualifications, you're going to have more hours to leverage with that if you get a cosmetology license. Looking at the cost and financial aid is something that is incredibly important. Not everybody can pay for school cash. That's just the reality of life. Cosmetology school is an investment. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your career. You have to weigh which option is the best for you. Is the cheaper option going to be better for you in the long run, or is the more expensive but possibly like higher quality education going to be better for you in the long run? And this kind of goes back to that self-reflection. Have a goal in mind. Know like, hey, I want to work for a high-end salon, or I want to work for a company that values continuing education. These are things you have to weigh out. Even if you can't do it now or even a year from now, have a goal so you know where you want to be so that you can take the right path. Location and schedule. You want to choose a school that's conveniently located in your area. If you are a person who has a hard time getting up early, making sure that you're on time, don't go to school somewhere that's an hour away. Other things are going to include researching the faculty and the facilities. You want to look on social media, look on Google reviews, look from the point of view of a student, but a client. Look at the point of view of an instructor. Look at Glassdoor. See if people are happy being there. See what kind of services they offer, see what is in the price range. The next part in the process is to schedule in-person visits, whether that's a school tour, industry event, or an open house. The school is going to have an opportunity for you to come in, to see their facility, to talk to their educators, and to make sure that it is the right fit for you. Ultimately, how you complete step 2 is really going to depend on your personal circumstances, your priorities, and your access to education and resources. The common thread in step 2 involves thorough research, careful consideration of various factors, and making an informed decision about the cosmetology school that will best prepare you for your future career. Step 3 is going to be the actual going to school part. Once you've done your research, you've asked your friends and family, you've looked at all of the reviews, you have decided what you can financially handle and the time constraints that you can do it in, you are going to apply. And the application process is going to vary depending on what school you go to, what state you're in, what country you're in. Some schools might have application fees or entrance exams or interviews, so it really just depends. And whenever you do choose your school and decide to begin that application process, your admissions manager or your admissions counselor or whoever is helping you will walk you through anything that you need to know about the required fees and exams. Once your program has started, you are going to be getting into core curriculums. It's going to be your foundations and theory. Studying your core cosmetology subjects are going to usually include haircutting and styling, hair coloring and chemical treatments, shampoo and conditioning, scalp treatments, nail care, skin care, sanitation and safety, salon management, and client communication. Once you have been through the classroom portion of your cosmetology program, then you will be transitioned to the practical phase. This is where the aha moment happens, the click, is when you start doing it on clients and you start doing it every day and you start that repetition. The amount of practical work that you are going to receive is going to vary and depend on what program you're in, what state you're in, and what country. Some programs are going to offer specialized training like eyelash certification, extension certification, and a plethora of other things. Looking at that, make sure that if it is promised to you, you do receive it. So if they are promising you these specialized advanced continuing education classes that are on top of your core curriculum, make sure that by the time you graduate, you have received all of those things that they have told you they are going to provide for you. Once you have completed all of your hours, all of your core study program, you are going to then be allowed to take your licensing exam. Oftentimes, this is going to be a written exam and a practical exam. I have videos linked here for some state board resource materials. We have a packing list, we have a PSI video. So if you are testing anytime in 2025, please look at these videos here. They're going to help you. Once you've completed those licensing exams, then you're going to apply for your license. Oftentimes, that's just paying a fee and giving your information. Some places will do a background check, but that's going to vary depending on where you are. Congratulations! In a matter of months, you have gone from deciding that cosmetology is even the right career for you, to researching a school, to applying for a school, to finishing the program, and then you've taken your exams and you've gotten your license. That is amazing. That is a ton of things to do in 1 year. And a year goes by so fast. Your life can completely change in 12 months. And that's such an amazing and special thing. Choosing the right salon, this is something, honestly, you really want to look at doing before you even graduate, before you take your license, but definitely you want to start working after you get your license. You want to know if you're going to go to a commission salon or a booth rental. I've seen it work out successfully for some people to just immediately go into booth rental after cosmetology school, but that's not always necessarily something that is feasible for everybody. You need to have a good network. You need to have a good, strong clientele. You need to be able to have money. You need to have capital. You have to be able to afford all of the color, all of the products, all of the retail, all of the business aspect. And honestly, that's a lot for some people. So do not feel bad if when you get out of cosmetology school, you can't immediately go get a booth or a salon suite. Don't feel bad. Go to a commissioned salon. It is totally okay. Find a place that you can apprentice at. Yes, you may not be on the floor starting day one, but you're going to learn so much more, and it's going to set you up for so much more success in the future that you're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to feel like you don't know what you're doing, because you're going to have that little bit of like a grace period where, yes, you are still doing cosmetology. Yes, you are still assisting people, but you're still learning in the process. I know that you think like, I went through 1,500 hours or I went through 1,000 hours. I know what I'm doing. I promise you, you don't, because people are different than mannequins. I feel like I don't need to say that, and I feel like I say that in every video. I feel like I don't need to say that. People aren't mannequins. They're not going to behave the same way, clearly, but their hair is not going to behave the same way as a mannequin. So each person is a learning opportunity. Whether it is a hard skill, which is your like technical skills, or a soft skill, which is more of your communication style. Every single service and every single client is an opportunity for you to grow in one or both of those areas. What is the salon culture that you want to be a part of? What is best for you? And then you also want to look at the traffic and the location of the salon that you want to go to. Is it in a highly visible area? Is it difficult to get to? Is there parking? So here is how I want you to think of your first 3 years in the salon. For year one, I really want you to focus on client acquisition. This means getting clients in your chair, building a relationship with them, and then mastering those fundamental skills. Can you do a quality haircut in an appropriate amount of time? Can you work cleanly and clearly? Once you have mastered all of that, then you're going to be able to build clients more consistently because you are more consistent. And so even if you've cut a one length 9 million times, you're still going to learn something every single time. Hopefully, you're going to learn something every single time that's just going to project you forward in your career. Your second year in the salon, I really want you to work on refining your skills. Specialize in a high demand area and start strategically increasing your prices. So how I kind of determine my pricing, or how I encourage my students to approach their pricing, especially if they are in a salon suite, is I would look at the pricing for your school. Oftentimes that is going to reflect an industry standard in your area. And then I would add 7 to 10% onto that price per year that you have been licensed and have been actually operating as a cosmetologist. If you have consistently been working in the salon for that first year, then for year 2, you're going to increase your prices by 10%. And this is something that you can roll out slowly. This is something that maybe your salon even has like a protocol for, and that would be great. But if you personally are like in a salon suite situation and you want to start increasing your prices, this is something that you can definitely let your current clients know, hey, we're about to do a price increase. Or you can grandfather people in and then increase your prices for new clients. However, that's a lot of like organization and figuring out and puzzle pieces. It's so much easier just to have one price for everyone, but letting your clients know, hey, I am increasing my prices. I do appreciate your continued value in my career and my education for you so that you get a better experience. Here's what I do with that price increase over the year. I do a specialized class. I do continuing education hours. I make sure that I go to XYZ hair show. I maintenance my tools. And you can literally break down what you do with that price increase so that it shows that you are providing them with a more quality experience each year that they come back to you. Year 3, I want you to maximize your efficiency, build a strong online presence, and explore opportunities for growth, such as salon ownership or advanced education. Once you are in your 3rd year, and you have a consistent clientele, you have leveled up each year in pricing, in education, in experience, you may be ready to go out and start your own salon or start your own salon suite. This is something that you really have to look at if it is right for you, or if you love where you're at. Self-reflect, reevaluate, really understand what it is. Again, go back to what you did at the beginning. What is it that you want to accomplish with this career? What is it that you want to do? And how can you get there? I love helping students create actionable steps to get to their goals. And the cool thing is that everybody has a different goal and everybody has a different puzzle. So it's really neat to get to work with students to cater their steps and their path to what they want to do and what they want to accomplish, and getting them there in a time frame that is doable, that doesn't leave them with burnout, that doesn't leave them broke and just miserable. Remember, success in cosmetology takes passion, dedication, and a smart plan. By following these steps and consistently working towards your goals, you can create a thriving and rewarding career. What I want to leave you with today is, even if you can't, start cosmetology now. If this is something that you truly want to do, if this is something that you have a passion for, then prepare yourself now to be able to do that whenever it is that you can, because as soon as that opportunity opens, you need to take it. Thank you guys for watching my video today. I hope that 2025 is a successful year for you, that you find the right cosmetology school, that you become a licensed cosmetologist, and that you start your lifelong career. YouTube is going to suggest a video here, and it thinks that this is going to be something that will help you. So if you have learned even one thing today, please like and subscribe. If you think that I missed anything, if you are still questioning something, put a comment below. Have a great and wonderful day. I hope you make good choices along the way, and we'll see you next time.